All right, so now we're good.
Come on. Come on. Ralphie.
This is what we have to deal with every day now. The dog wants to freak out and not walk,
But he begs to go on walks.
but he begs all day long to go every
Well,
day.
Try a different direction.
Let's try going the other direction, see if that.
If he
Like
turns
dead
in,
crossing and going.
if he turns into home, then we go home.
Ralph, what is the? You know what? Just take us home. Just take him home. This is absolutely ridiculous. You beg and beg and beg. We're not gonna take you.
You don't want to walk, Ralph. You won't go anywhere.
Yeah, you gotta walk in order to go somewhere. Round 2. All right. Let's try this one more time. No dog this, well, Buddy, but Buddy's not quite as warm as it was the other day.
If you were out working, you'd be okay with it. Oh,
I was
I
working.
sweat like 5 pounds of water out today.
Sweat
When
like
I go to
5
my
pounds.
weigh, and if they tell me that my water is up, oh, something's wrong.
Something's
There's
wrong.
no way
That's
it's up.
funny.
Oh wait, I don't sweat, I sparkle.
Yeah, you're about to say you don't sweat, you sparkle. That's kind of funny.
Is that flag backwards?
Technically, yes. It should be flipped upside down.
So that's disrespectful, and he's a police officer.
Well, yes and no. So, what she's referring to, well, I don't want to share because it's somebody's address. So, like, if you look at U.S. military, the uniforms, they have a pocket that sits right here that's offset, and there's a
Right.
patch,
I
and the
understand.
flag is reversed.
Right.
But, yeah, it
But I
technically
mean,
should be the other way
I was
around.
gonna say, I think their picture of the flag is correct.
Agreed?
Straight or turn? You could. I just noticed it missed a little bit of that leg makeup on my knee.
Oh,
Well, no, you know what? It probably came off kneeling on the ground.
oh
So
yeah.
it's inside my black pants.
Oh, okay. That'll do it.
Lady at Walmart said, I love your dress. That's nice.
Well, it is pretty, and I'm glad you wore it right away. Because normally when you get new stuff, you hide it and like wait till it's old. Be like, oh, this is old, and it's really brand new.
That's
You guys
only
are-
when I buy something.
You guys are crazy.
Not me. I will change my outfit like 3 times if I get something new and I want to wear it. Boom, I'll put it on.
Oh, that's
But-
where Jack gets it.
Oh, absolutely. But like you are so unobservant, you would have no idea if it's new or not. So it's like, but you never complain anyways. Like, did you get more clothes? And when we run out of hangers, I have to go get more hangers. Yep, we just keep going.
Yep. That's me.
I'm about this close to running out of closet space, which is why we are looking for a new home.
Yeah, because of closet space.
Yes. I need a closet. A huge walk-in closet. Huge.
She says huge.
Yeah. See, I never used to like love clothes as much, but then, you know, now I've lost all the weight and like I can buy all the sale, like the cheap sale stuff. When I say cheap, like today I went to Kohl's and got 2 dresses for $10 a piece. Oh yeah. Back
So,
when you're fat, you can't do that.
talk about that for a second. Where did you start and where are you at now?
For what?
Weight loss. In case everybody's, these people are gonna be like, you don't look like you lost any
Oh.
weight. You know, give
Are
me
you
the back.
saying that I'm fat? I'm just kidding.
No, I'm not actually. I know what's going on, but help them
Okay.
understand.
So I started at 330 and I am now 170, like the high 170s. So I've lost this right here.
Literally, I weigh, she's lost physically me in weight. I weigh 160. So she started off, so we'll give you the really high level cliff notes. Probably, I don't know, 3-4 years ago was when I asked.
About 3.
So,
It hasn't been that long because like, and I honestly didn't take it seriously.
let's
Honestly,
just pull 'em.
for the last year and a half is when I got serious about it. because it just started falling off.
Right. So basically, I asked her, not because it wasn't so much that it bothered me, but I knew, she was at a higher risk for health issues down the road. So I asked, I struggled really hard. We actually cover this on her YouTube channel. So if you go look up Carrie Riker on YouTube, you'll be able to watch the video.
Keep talking.
So,
Don't get me picking up food.
So anyway, I asked her to lose the weight.
Oh, look at that doggy.
He wants to see this doggy.
This dog's naughty. Oh, so cute. He's got like a little sheep head.
It does.
This is a wonderful friend, a wonderful friend.
Oh, I'll trade you. Oh, he said okay.
Right, there he goes.
Anyway,
Always been looking.
so long story short, I asked her to lose the weight. At first she didn't take me seriously, but then she started to. And then when she started losing it, she went through some diet regimens and whatever. And
You could have to wait for a second.
she, I'll let her tell the story because she does a better job of giving the breakdown to it. But I didn't want you to have to deal with watching the dog go number 2. But now that you've seen it, you can think in your head what it is. So yeah, you're welcome for that. All right, so I asked you to lose the weight. How did that process start?
Well, okay, to be honest, the first few thoughts in my mind is like, well, okay, F you, I'm just gonna secretly go and lose all this weight and I'm gonna leave you, find a better guy,
You
like,
did.
it was, it was all of like 5 minutes, it's just natural, to think that way. And then, went to bed, woke up, put QVC on. They had the Fitbits right here. So I went to them and said, if I got a Fitbit, I would know how much I do. I need this. And said, okay, go ahead. 80 bucks, got it. I'm like, oh my God, I did 10,000. I can do 20,000. So I kept upping it, and I joined challenges and like we're challenging like people I knew, even people I didn't know, and I didn't like to lose. So, for like a whole year, I kept doing challenges, won most of them, and when I lost, it really hurt.
She was competitive.
Very competitive. And, the weight just started falling off. Like, wasn't even trying to lose the weight. It just happened. And then, once I got so far into the weight loss, we can go through this way. I just got to a point where I felt like no more weight was going to come off.
So you plateaued.
Yep. And so that's when someone told me about the keto diet. And so I asked my husband right here if I could go to this medical weight loss and find out about it. I said, I'm just going to do it for 2 months, 2 months, just let me learn and then I'll quit. Well, it's now been a year and I still don't quit. And I don't want to. Like, when you don't go, it's so easy to fall back into the habits and just know. And it's like knowing every week, like, oh, I gotta go get on a scale in front of this,
provides you
lady.
It provides you accountability.
Exactly.
Because if we're normal like everybody else, if we're not held to a standard, then we'll fall below that standard because no one's paying attention, no one will care. So it's when you hold yourself to a standard, you have a higher level of integrity, then that will allow you to keep that standard in play. And so she's kept the standard in play. And she's been like, well, I can, every once in a while we'll look at the budget and be like, well, where can we trim a little bit of fat, or, try to, no pun intended. It's like we're trying to be cognizant of what we're spending and, put money in the bank and save because, fortunately for me, with all the stuff that's going on in the world, I've been able to stay employed and we're putting money away when we can. And so it's like, we don't want to be, irresponsible on our spending. So she's like, well, I can just stop, going to the weight loss thing. And I'm like, yes, it's $200 a month, but,
to be honest, okay, so for all the people who are not going to the weight loss place, trying to lose weight, that $200 a month, I guarantee you're eating it. No matter what. When you go to Walmart, oh, look at this candy bar, oh, let me buy this. You go through the fast food. Because I'm on the keto, I don't go to fast food places. Now, yes, I will go to Subway and, you know, their Chick-fil-A, I love their salads, but it's not as much. So like when we go with the family, I don't get nothing. I will come home and make my own, whether it's eggs or my meat and cheese, you know, whatever. But I guarantee you, you will have that money in your budget because you're using it. How many times do you go to Starbucks?
Right.
You know, you're eating it one way or another, so why not get healthy so you can buy more clothes?
So it's actually kind of funny. If you go jump on her YouTube channel, you'll see that there's a video that we did a while back on how $80 changed her life. And it really did. I mean, if you compare her to back when she was big, I mean, she's like literally lost she's half the person she used to be. Literally, physically.
Are you okay?
We got that on camera. we
I
filmed
would have ate
it.
it, Mom.
We filmed it. So, but I mean,
Well, and now, if it wasn't for the COVID, I was supposed to have skin removal surgery for my arms and my stomach, and so we put that on hold because the hospitals are just so crazy. You don't want to go to it if you don't have to. But believe me, as soon as they get it under control, I want to have it done.
we were also this time last year we were in San Diego at Cisco Live, and so that's a convention for the IT industry, specifically like networking. That's my current trade. I'm a network engineer. Been doing it for about a decade now. So I go there. It's a week long. It's a 4-day convention that you go to, kind of like Comic-Con, but for, you know, nerdy IT people like me. So 100% nerd / geek right here. You can call me. I'll be like, more power to you. But when we were in San Diego, I go to convention and she'll take the kids. In this case, we were able to bring the kids with us because usually we wrap that into a vacation at the same time. So we flew from Chicago to San Diego, and what she'll do is she'll take the kids and you go do something. You know, she'll go adventure around and go see what's going on, because it gives her an opportunity to see other places that she normally wouldn't get to see. So normally we wouldn't go to San Diego, we wouldn't go to Las Vegas, because those aren't areas that we would normally go to unless there's a reason for it. So we did that, and so she took pictures when she was in San Diego, and she really, you know, if you compare the pictures that she took in San Diego a year ago, it's in my back pocket.
I like the back pocket.
Left cheek, left cheek, left cheek. If you haven't seen Transformers, you wouldn't understand what I'm talking about. But we would have been in San Diego or in Las Vegas again this year about the same point in time about 2 weeks ago, and we would have been able to take update photos and stuff like that. But yeah, right here, this is an example of what she's talking about. So she was electronic device looking at an electronic device. That's kind of funny. But I'll put some pictures in the video, and post editing is what I'm referring to. Okay. And before and after photos. But
it's
she's probably, what would you say, you're like 230 in that photo?
Well, I know in this photo I was wearing a size like 18-20.
Okay.
And now I'm down into the 8s. So it's a big difference
much
from a
smaller.
year.
But yeah, she lost the weight and stuff like that. So that's basically where we were going to use we go on a trip every year, and that was going to be like, you know, her able to go out to Vegas. So we haven't been to Vegas in a few years. Last time we were there was in 2017 for Cisco Live. So I go every year. That's my thing. It's like my get away from the family, go do something nerdy for a week. There's nobody in the family does what I do.
And I still go with him to carry all his free stuff.
Yeah, so you might be like, well, what is Cisco Live? So I'll give you the Cliff Notes version of that, my long-winded Cliff Notes. So basically, it's just an IT convention that's thrown by Cisco. Cisco Systems is based out of San Jose, California, and they're the #1 networking company in the world. So they have the largest market share in several different areas. Enterprise networking, so if you go to work for, I don't know, like a Sears or JCPenney's or Chase Bank or anything like that, or you use the internet, and if you use the internet, it's a very high likelihood that the data you're pulling up to go to Instagram or Facebook or go do your, YouTube is flowing through a Cisco device. So we go there, and for me, it's a chance to go see people that I haven't seen in a year. I'm able to network with people. I get to see what vendors are doing, and there's a lot of new technologies that are unveiled and stuff like that. And they have a certification lounge for people like me that are certified in Cisco technologies. What's wrong?
I just had a brain fart.
What?
Did I say I weigh 270 now?
I don't think so.
Because for some reason, did I say 170 or 270?
170.
Okay, because I'm like, oh my god, I do not like. Okay.
Oh, races averted.
One thing, I guess.
Anyway, so we do that, and there's a certification lounge for people like me. I've got the top tier Cisco certification known as a CCIE. Are we gonna turn?
Yeah.
Known as a CCIE.
Take this and we'll start heading back home, or you want to go even further?
Where are you going?
I'm asking you where you want to go.
Oh, let's go home, right?
Yeah.
So I earned that back in 2015 at the end of the year. So I have there's a party that we go to that's called a CCIE party, and we're able to go out and
It's an awesome party.
It is. It's a party just for folks that have earned the CCIE, which
Like
is
what you see on TV. It's all the the rich movies and stuff. Like
yeah. I mean, they put it on. You
it's-
feel like there's a red carpet. You feel
Yeah.
like a celebrity when you go because it's basically celebrity status with Cisco.
Favorite Cisco party? They rented out Universal Studios. All the food, everything you want to, which thank God I was not on the keto diet back then. And then all the rides. We could go on them with no wait, just boom, boom, boom. Oh, it was the best night ever.
So to put this in context so you understand what we mean by that. So Cisco Live on average has between 30 and 35,000 attendees. And these are actually people that go to Cisco Live. The majority of those people are what they refer to as attendees, which they pay about $2,500 for the 4 days to be there. And that gives you full access to everything at Cisco Live. The breakout sessions where you have engineers that work in a particular business unit that are actually leading these breakout sessions. The sessions average between an hour and a half to 2 hours where you're sitting in session. You get 3 or 4 of them a day if you pack your day pretty tight, and I usually do to get the most out of it. And the nice thing about it is you actually get to talk to these people after the session's over, ask questions during the session and things like that. And the cool thing is these sessions are all recorded live, so you can go watch them online if you want to after you're done. So there might be sessions I can't go to, I can always watch online later. So what they take that 35,000 people attendance, and you figure $2,000 per person. That's like several $1 million in just registration fees. So they take a portion of that money and they rent it out, Universal Studios, for the entire night. So the Cisco Cisco Live Customer Appreciation Event, the CAE as they refer to it, is an event that everybody can go to. They usually have some sort of big, like when we were in Vegas, they had Bruno Mars.
Yeah.
I'm sure
and
most
the
of you.
concert they put on just for the Cisco people.
Yeah, it's like it's only Cisco Live attendees or people that go to Cisco Live can go to this thing. So, and not just attendees, but if you have like an Explorer badge,
Right, you
if
have to
you're
pay
if you're
for the
registered
conference.
and you've paid to go, then you can go to this concert or this event.
But
So-
they're not cheap. Like my ticket to attend, like for the CCA party, we paid like $600.
So just so you understand how that works, if for her to go to Cisco Live, it's
Because I'm not technical.
right. It's $750 for her to go, just to be on the exhibit floor, if you will.
But it's worth it because they have the the show. No, the
World of Solutions.
yes, the World of Solutions. Oh my God, free stuff. We have to get an extra suitcase to come home
way.
because they give you so much IT free stuff. When I say that, I mean like computer chargers, cords, light up swords, fidget spinners, pens. Yeah, green here.
Okay. So they give you all this stuff for free. You just have to walk around and you get this little badge that hangs around your neck like Comic-Con.
Can I get one? And they're like, let me scan you. I'm like,
And they
"Hey."
scan your badge, and all you're doing is allowing them to email you.
Yeah, who cares?
That's it. I ignore most of them.
Yeah, you can have my email.
So-
Who cares? Just make up another one too.
Exactly. We give them a bogus email that we never check. So,
Oh, and you sometimes they set up games where you have to play games.
yep.
Oh, so much fun.
It's a blast. I mean, I know it sounds, you're like, wow, nerd summer camp.
No,
But
like
it's a lot of fun. It really
Yeah.
is. It's
Let me
almost
tell you, ladies, if you're single, it's worth the money. Go meet a guy there. Just walk around, meet a guy, because they have money. But I'm telling you, it's fun. I love it. Like,
most of the people that go there make good money. If you work in the IT industry,
Yeah.
you're making a decent living. Even if the company you work for sends you to Cisco Live, which is what ended up happening to me last year and a couple years in the past, or the company I work for pays for you to go to Cisco Live, because I've worked in the industry for a long time. I'm well versed in a lot of technology, so I go because I want to know and learn what's new, and the best way to do that is go to the people that are actually developing this stuff, and that's how we go about doing it. Where are we going?
we'll go straight, and then we'll turn on the next one.
All right. So yeah,
You doing okay?
that's basically Cisco Live in a nutshell. So you have the the customer appreciation event, and they rented out Universal Studios. So you go by bus to the event, and you walk in. You walk like normally where they have the gates where you go through and you have to scan your ticket, all 100% wide open. It's like if you.
They bust us in the back way.
Oh yeah, that's
Remember,
right.
like,
That's
they
right.
had
We came in the
this
back way.
door. Like, it was kind of crazy because it ruined a little
Like,
bit of
I've
magic,
ne-
but that was okay.
I've never been to. I used to live in Orlando, so I've been to Universal Studios probably 30 or 40 times. And my dad actually used to work there, and so we used to get comp tickets every like 90 days. We'd go to. We used to go for free every quarter. And so if we're going to Universal Studios, was nothing big for me. But they had the Transformer exhibit and a bunch of other stuff, and the Fast and the Furious ride, and that stuff.
was awesome.
That was.
It opened up like right when we were there. Remember, like
Yeah,
they
it just opened.
it.
So
Yeah.
the cool
and then
thing
the
is,
Mummy was awesome.
yeah, that was every ride was awesome. So, but you go in, there's no wait, right? You walk in, you walk right back onto the ride. We must have done 30 rides in an hour,
Oh my god.
hour and a half. So, but there's no line. And if you got hungry, guess what? You walk around. It was like anything you could drink: alcohol, water, soda, you name it, all 100% free.
And all the restaurants too, they were open.
If you
And then
walk-
they had like vendors in the hall or in the walkways. You know, you just walk by, just grab. Like you ain't even gotta stop.
So for those of you that have been to Universal Studios, you know some of those old-time shops that you walk into, and they have the burger joints and stuff like that. Where normally you're paying, $10 a plate. Just walk in, and you're like, I want that. They hand it to you, and they say, have a nice night, and you walk out like
Remember?
for free.
The little Krispy Kreme donuts with
I
the hamburger
do.
patty.
Oh my God!
So naughty.
If heaven could be incarnated into something physical, a hamburger with a bun made out of a Krispy Kreme donut. Oh, my stomach
That was
hurt
in
after
the
it.
Simpsons,
It was.
place.
My stomach hurt after it, but it was so good. Oh, I had the worst tummy ache, but once it was just too much. Like it
And
was
then
way
we
too
were
rich.
smart. We were like, let's go buy a bag so we can take some of this stuff home.
We did.
So we're loading our bag up. We're weighing our bag. Not only this, we had waters and soda and
We did.
chips. We were like, oh yeah, we were one of those,
Take full advantage.
cheapskates at that point.
Take full advantage of the opportunity. But yeah, it was a lot of fun. I was bummed that COVID dropped, and I was happy that Cisco Live still happened, but I was bummed that you couldn't physically go. But I don't really want to get on an airplane anyway and fly
No.
anywhere.
It's not safe right now.
I'm gonna have to travel
If we
down.
were gonna go, we would have to drive.
Yeah,
And it's a long drive. But that's
yeah, it's like a
okay.
2-day drive, easy.
Just think of all of the videos we could make.
We'd run out
We'll
of
start out, we'll be like one of those super happy couples by the end. We're like, don't turn the camera on.
There's sorry for I have to adjust my hand. My arm is getting a little tired from
You want
holding
me
the
to
camera.
switch sides?
Yeah, let's do that. So,
There's a tree coming
there
up.
is a tree. The tree is. Thanks for not cutting your tree. It's like, really? Let's not clean it up. Anyway, so we did that.
Come on, buddy.
She hasn't learned the art of pull your dog.
Come on, bud. What
Get
are
a
you
sniff.
doing?
Like we're not even on the block, close to where we live. But so we did that, and then I'm probably gonna have to travel down to Austin, Texas, in August, September
Yeah,
timeframe.
but which, by the way, because they're like running currently number 1 and 2 with the COVID
crazy.
cases, I'm kind of hoping that it almost doesn't happen
Yeah.
because of how bad it is. You
Yeah,
know?
yeah, I can see where you're coming from.
So, and it's like, I mean, I understand. It's it's like, oh my God, I don't want to go there, you know, because of it.
Yeah, it's so I have so I work in IT. I still deploy stuff, and even though I teach networking for a living for an online training company, I just traveled. Me and my oldest son. He and I drove out to Des Moines, Iowa, to deploy some hardware in a data center and to provide online labs for our students.
That's what it freaked out.
So we're probably gonna. My boss and I talked about me going down to Austin and deploying the same thing in a data center for the same inside the same data center company for the same solution, but to have like a backup. So that's basically what we're talking about. But and if you're technical at all, maybe you don't care. You can just fast forward the next 30 seconds. But it would be deploying an ASA firewall at a Cisco UCS server to provide online labs for students. So if you want to know more about that, you can find me on Twitter at Riker Rob, and or hit me up there, and I'll give you some insight. This driveway is crazy steep, like holy cow. I don't want to show you the address.
Can you imagine in the
I would
winter?
hate the winter to try to drive
Right
down
to the
there.
road.
This one's just as bad.
Yeah,
Right,
I wouldn't
it's-
want to live there.
it's
Ours
like-
is bad enough.
Yeah, ours is ridiculous. I couldn't
And it's
imagine.
nowhere near that.
This one's even worse. I would hate to do this one. This one's ridiculous. I'm like, really? Like whoever designed it, like
Although it would be really cool for my chalk art,
yes,
you know.
that would be cool.
Yeah, he would.
Yeah, you could
Down
literally,
that, he totally would.
absolutely.
He'd be in the road all the time.
We'd be yelling at him all the time. Watch for traffic. Well, I couldn't slow down, Dad. Like, you know how to stop. But yeah, it's crazy. I couldn't live on a hill like that. Maybe a little
that's
bit.
That's probably the one that attacked him.
Ooh.
Remember when that dog came over and fought with our two dogs?
No, I don't.
You don't remember our
Oh,
dog?
across the street.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, yeah,
And
yeah.
the dog was just loose and went up to that way.
Oh, okay.
But we're turning anyways because we're home.
Yeah. So yeah,
That's
that's
your stepmom.
Okay.
I'm going
Don't-
that way.
don't bust your butt.
It'd be the fix.
Yeah. You literally do not want to eat the ground.
I've done it. Done the
Yeah,
walk.
it's not cool. So yeah, in case anybody's wondering what we're using to record with and things like that, we bought a GoPro Hero 7 Black. It was a Amazon package deal for I think $300. You got the camera, the
I know
self.
it's close to 4.
Well, hang on, let me finish.
I'll buy you on. Let me wind it up.
Yeah, she always does that. She tends to interrupt me when I'm halfway giving explanations.
That's why I'm the better half.
No, that's not. Anyway, I'm gonna null router. Like, nobody will probably understand that, but so it was a package deal, $300. Selfie stick, camera, charger, extra a bunch of accessories, and then there was additional things that I bought. Like it came with originally with a 32 gig SD card in it. I bought a 128 gig SD card, which is what I'm recording on now, which gives at what are we on? 1080p at 30 frames per second.
Bug.
Um,
Right there. Show it.
that's true. It'll be passing here in a second. Yep, that was a slug bug. You see?
We totally play that game.
Yeah.
I kick ass.
I could care
Yeah.
less.
I
But
still win.
so I had 1080p resolution and 30 frames per second. We get about 8 hours of recording on a 128 gig SD card, so it's actually pretty good. We've actually bought an additional case, which is holding the GoPro right now, which has an open flap that allows the flap on the camera itself to be inside the case and be charged at the same time. So we don't have to swap batteries as often, which is way nicer. It lets the battery charge inside the camera. And then we bought the waterproof case for it, so we'll be using that.
Because we have a boat and we
Yes.
go tubing.
Yes, we have a boat.
We go
Well, it's our
magnet
brother's boat, but
fishing.
we use it.
So far, magnet fishing, we've only caught stupid stuff.
Normally, that's all you're gonna
But
get.
one day, we will find treasure. We will. One day, we spent the entire, probably a good 6 hours, because our magnet kept catching something, and we finally got to what it was. You want to know what it was? A piece of the dock that was like no longer in use.
Yep.
And it was anchored to the ground, which is why it wouldn't come up.
Yep.
We
was-
thought we had a treasure house.
We kept on hunting and hunting. Finally, my son dove in the water and felt his way down. And he goes, "It's part of the dock." And we're like, "Oh, that makes sense."
Yeah, it was
So,
such a
We
disappointment.
gave up, but we spent a good amount of time trying to get it up too, for
Mhm.
you know, because we're that kind of crazy people.
And that was in Lake Dalton.
Yes, it was.
Yeah, so it's a man-made lake, so like people could like hide some stuff there or drop it, you know, running from the cops or what. You know,
Right.
you gotta think outside the box.
That's true.
You know, who's gonna want to go down there?
That's true.
Yeah, so it's
All right. Well, we are home now, so I'm gonna go ahead and flip the camera around and point it down a little bit. So that's pretty much it, ladies and gentlemen. So as I said a moment. So if you have not already done so, please like, share, and subscribe, and we will catch you guys next time on My Crazy Normal.